Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and the NBA draft of 2024. Now, guys, before I get into my analysis of the NBA draft and the Lakers' 17th overall pick, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Instagram, X, all those great social media stuff. And of course, guys, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel so you'll be in the know when I make my videos or upload my videos, and give my thoughts and my opinions about everything that's going down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers and their off-season plans. And of course, the coaching decision and all of that, by the time I upload this video, it may be over the weekend, and we could hear the decisions of potential hiring of a new head coach. By that time, excuse me, we obviously have to wait and see about who will be the next head coach. But obviously, we're talking about the NBA draft. I always look forward to getting into the NBA draft, and this channel was based on the NBA draft for me. I mean, the first video I ever made was the 2017 NBA draft with Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum, and all of those guys. So it was a good year for ZSN. We really growed, and we haven't stopped ever since because of your love and support. And I really look forward to always getting into the NBA draft and the Lakers when it comes down to their selections. And since then, they have never steered us wrong when it comes to their draft selections. And once again, I really do appreciate every single one of you for always tuning in and liking my videos and subscribing and showing me the love and support all over social media. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. I'm really excited to get into this, but before anything, like always, when it comes down to it, this year's draft is not that strong. I mean, I have to say, and I think I speak for everyone here, this year's draft is not that strong. I mean, to the point that I don't even know who's going to go #1 overall pick this year. It's sort of up in the air. Some teams, including the Lakers, and now with reports recently, there has been reports that the Lakers may either trade the pick, which I think it's a possibility, for the Lakers to do, and there's a lot of teams that are going to do the same. And then, there could be some possibility the Lakers will trade up or maybe trade down to get some more assets. But, it's sort of up in the air. And, we just have to wait and see what draft night will hold for us. I think, if anything, the Lakers will trade the 17th overall pick this year and get some assets, or maybe just add some depth to this Lakers team, or maybe find a third star. It just sort of remains to be seen what the Lakers and Rob Pelinka will do to better the team. But as it stands now, I'm going based off the Lakers keeping the pick and, somehow drafting someone that will benefit us and for the team. So I still think they will trade it, but if they keep it, here's are the type of choices that I have right now. I mean, obviously, #1 priority for the Lakers is to get a center. I really think the center is the right move for the Lakers when it comes down to it. I mean, there's a possibility the Lakers could potentially target Zach Edey. I think he's the best center available for the Lakers to select in this year's draft. I mean, he brings a lot to the table. He's a 7'4" center, out of Purdue. He's an elite rebounder, scorer, and he's NBA ready. I mean, in my opinion, he brings a lot to the table when it comes to his skill set, averaging 25 points per game, 12 rebounds a game, and he just brings also shooting to the table. I mean, for a guy of his size, he brings shooting as well for for any team that selects him, and he just will bring a lot to the table. And I just imagine the sort of matchups that we see, with him and Victor Wembanyama. I mean, he will bring just the battle of the big men's, going one-on-one with the size and everything. So I really can't wait to see that once the NBA season, begins next season. So, but, Zach Edey is a center that I think the Lakers could potentially look at when it comes down to the selection with the 17th overall pick. Second option is Kel'el Ware, a center out of Indiana, a 7-footer. The best trait that he brings to the table is that he's an elite defender. Sure, he can score as well. He gives you like 15 points per game. But at the same time, he still needs to develop his skill set offensively, in my opinion. But he has a lot of traits when it comes to the defensive side. Could potentially help the Lakers out in that particular area. Because as we all know, last year was just horrendous at the big position. And, you know, it was only Anthony Davis that was the defense for us last year. And when he was not on the floor, the defense really plummeted because of the lack of centers and lack of bigs that just didn't know how to play defense last year. So the Lakers have to really make sure that they get a home run when it comes down to either the draft or in free agency when it comes down to the center or big positions. So with that, you know, Kel'el Ware brings a lot to the table. He gives me a lot like Miles Turner and Brook Lopez type vibes when it comes down to his skill set, what he can bring to the table for the Lakers and his development if he sticks around with the Lakers. So, you know, he's another option at the center position for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it. Now, I do want to talk about the elephant in the room. And, you know, when it comes down to it, and that is Bronny James. The reason I did not bring him up in the first couple of draft prospects was that I think he's going to go in the second round. The Lakers will be stupid if they use the first round pick to draft Bronny James just to keep LeBron. I think regardless, LeBron will remain with the Los Angeles Lakers. He will just sign a new contract, regardless if Bronny joins the Lakers or goes somewhere else. So, you know, with that, I think if best, he will be a second round selection with the 55th overall pick for the Lakers. He did work out with the Lakers numerous times during the process of the combine and, you know, just leading up to, you know, June 26th, once the NBA draft begins in 2 weeks. So by the time you see this video, guys, you know, it's only 2 weeks away of the NBA draft. So, but, you know, Bronny James, you know, has that type of, you know, stock when it comes down to his selection. But, you know, there's a lot of teams out there that will just draft Bronny just to get LeBron James. And there's that narrative still out there that LeBron, you know, just doesn't want that to happen. You know, he wants Bronny to be drafted to a place that he will be, you know, that wants to develop his skill set. And I think the Lakers is, you know, a team that will do that for him and obviously for LeBron James. So just imagine the possibilities of him just teaming up with his dad in a Lakers uniform. I mean, you know, it would be very awesome to watch. But I just don't want the Lakers to waste their first round pick on Bronny James, where you can just get him in the second round. And that's where he's projected to go, in the second round. You never know. Maybe the Lakers will trade up to get Bronny in the second round, or maybe he would just fall to them with the 55th overall pick. So, you know, we just have to wait and see what Bronny James will end up going. But, you know, at this point, I want the Lakers to really make sure that, you know, they use their assets very well and their draft picks and make sure that they get this right. And I just don't think Bronny James is the selection in the first round, especially with the Lakers in the 17th. Maybe in the second round is where he will be at. But that's just me at this particular moment. But, you know, the number one priority for me is to go after the needs, and that is the center position. And Zach Edey and Kel'el Ware is the guy that the Lakers could potentially look at. But if somehow the Lakers go for the best player available, I think the best player available is the best route for the Lakers. You know, if they don't go the route of a center or go for like Zach Edey or Kel'el Ware, just draft the best player available, like maybe a Devin Carter, who I think the Lakers could potentially have their eye on, because there has been talks the Lakers will trade up to potentially get a Devin Carter. But you never know. You know, he could potentially the Lakers could just potentially stay where they're at. But, you know, it sort of remains to be seen what will happen on draft night. So, but, you know, if the Lakers go that route, I think Devin Carter is the best choice for the Lakers when it comes down to the best player available. There's also some others. Deron, Holmes, power forward out of Dayton. You know, he is another big. When it comes down to his skill set, what he brings to the table, he gives me, Kevon Looney vibes when it comes down to his skill set, what he brings to the table. So, but I think he will bring more of a bit of an upside because of his size, if anything. He's a power forward, but he's listed as a combo big. So, he can play center and he can play power forward as well. So, Devon Holmes is a guy that I think the Lakers could potentially look at if they don't go the route of this the true pure center position. So, that's just me when it comes down to it. But there's also some other options in my opinion. Tristan Da Silva, power forward out of Colorado. What he brings to the table is he's a good shooter. He brings some shooting to the table for the Lakers, which is obviously a need, not just for the Lakers, but for the NBA when it comes down to how the game has changed when it comes to shooters. And also he brings size, and he's NBA ready when it comes down to it. He's played for many years in Colorado. So, when it comes down to it, and all these players that I mentioned, besides Kel'el Ware, all those guys have many years of experience played at the college level. So, with that, I think if anything, the Lakers have a great history of drafting players who are in their junior year or senior year. Perfect example, Kyle Kuzma, how he thrived, playing for many years in college and then ended up in the NBA and being NBA ready. Most of the players that I mentioned, like Da Silva and then Holmes and Zach Edey, those guys, and Devin Carter, those guys are, they bring a lot to the table when it comes to NBA readiness when it comes down to it. So, but Da Silva is a guy that I think the Lakers could potentially look at. And then, the last guy on my list, and, it just sort of depends on what the Lakers mindset is. And, if they just, somehow all the players I mentioned, get drafted before the Lakers. And that is Jared McCain. A combo guard out of Duke. The best trait that he brings to the table is that he's a good shooter as well. A great shooter, actually. So, when it comes down to it, you guys, those are my personal opinions when it comes down to these picks. If anything, the number one priority for me is the center position. And I think that's the route that the Lakers could potentially should go for when it comes down to it. And, with the whole Bronny James situation, he is, in my opinion, should go projected to go second round, in my opinion. But, you never know. Other teams may just want to just draft him just to get LeBron James in the first round. And, that could just obviously, not really hurt the Lakers. But at the same time, they could just find some sort of way to either bring Bronny to LA or just, somehow trade up to get him if he is projected to, be drafted before them in the second round or maybe earlier. So, we just have to wait and see. But those are my choices. Please, guys, give me your thoughts about the Lakers and this year's NBA draft. Do you think the Lakers should use the pick, or do you think they should trade it to get either a star or just maybe package a deal with the draft pick and, get some depth to be added on to this Lakers team? In my opinion, I think that's the best route, to just add some more depth to your team than go after a third star. But unless if it's like a Donovan Mitchell or you're still like one of those top stars in this league, then, go for it. But at the same time, I feel more comfortable Lakers go with the depth route. But, it is what it is. This is the moment where, Lakers just have to make sure to do their homework. And once the NBA draft approaches, that they know what they're doing. And, somehow not pull a last year's selection and, obviously do not live up to expectations, a.k.a. Jalen Hood-Schifino. So, it is what it is, guys. Hopefully Lakers will do better this time around in this year's draft. But, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, maybe, if I will go live for that particular event on NBA draft. So, just stay tuned, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know, and hopefully will join me once if I do go live, but just sort of remains to be seen at this particular moment. So please be in the know, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.